Hey Tony, it's Friday, and first off, to answer your question of the week, you should do your paper on the Fourth Amendment, which is unreasonable search and seizure, sets up the requirements for warrants and things like that. I say that because there is a lot of really interesting case law involving our digital age that I think you would find interesting. Some good places to find some research is Wikipedia is a great place to do some basic legal research. It sounds ridiculous, but it's a great place to do it. I would also recommend you could do findlaw.com, it's free, or casebriefs.com, which is also free. And you can just do Google searches of that, which makes it pretty easy. So I think you would find the Fourth Amendment pretty interesting, because there's a lot of cool nuance with it on what is considered an unreasonable search and seizure. If you're playing Pokemon Go and someone traces your movements for all the Pokestops you hit, is that an unreasonable search and seizure? Have you offered your information out to everyone else? It's a real novel area of the law, and we're about to get a lot more fascinating cases on that coming up soon. I think the most recent big decision was, I want to say it was. Now, don't quote me on this because it's been a bit since I read that case, but I think it was U.S. v. Jones. Particularly read Sonia Sotomayor's dissent. Oh, I'm sorry, her concurring opinion, because that really sets up some fascinating questions for the future in our digital age. So there's that little spiel. For this video this week, so not a lot really happened this week. It's been fairly slow. I was sick on Wednesday. You might still hear it in my voice. I still have a bit of a head cold. But Wednesday I missed work, which I hate doing, especially because this is my first day I've missed due to sickness. So I wasn't super happy about that, but I needed it because I was not feeling well and I was just sleeping like the whole day. Otherwise, save for that, mostly this week we kind of we didn't really move anything. So we moved on Saturday. We're completely moved in. Things are still a bit scattered. We haven't really organized yet, but we've organized enough.
It's close.
Like, this is our den right now that you're gonna get a little view at.
It's mostly putting this stuff
Yeah,
on.
it's mostly...
Everything else is good.
Like, it's still a bit messy, but it's not too bad. So I need to reset up my camera. Hope it doesn't fall. Alright, there we go, didn't fall, so that's good. But otherwise, it's been pretty slow this week. Not much happened. We're heading over to East Hampton tonight to... So a friend of ours just bought a house not too long ago with his wife and his newborn. So we're really looking forward to hanging out with him and seeing his place. So East Hampton's pretty cool, and we haven't been there. We haven't been there enough. I think we've only been there a couple of times.
East Hampton, yeah.
Yeah.
Northampton's one with
Yeah, we go to Northampton a lot more, but we're looking forward to it. Otherwise, this weekend Borderlands 3 came out last night, so you can bet your bottom dollar that Aaron and I are going to be playing a lot of Borderlands tomorrow. I have some errands to run tomorrow, basically setting up our address change and everything like that. But otherwise, it won't be too bad. Oh, I had my first collections case on Tuesday this week. That was interesting. The person didn't show up, so it was just a default, which just means like you don't show up, you can't argue your case, therefore you lose. Now we have to go and get an execution of judgment against the consumer, but that's going to be, you have to wait like 10 days or so to do that, and that's going to be not something I do. It's something that the attorney who I have been shadowing and who is shadowing me is going to take care of that. And I'm going to be in court twice this next week. I'm going to be in court on Tuesday again in Springfield, and on Thursday in Great Barrington, which is closer to the Berkshires. Apparently it's really nice. I'm really looking forward to the drive, except I know I'm not going to get back to work that day because that's an afternoon trial, and I'm just going to go straight home for that ultimately in the end. Otherwise, not a whole lot happened this week. So mostly just moving. The new Fire Emblem DLC came out, which just added a couple extra battles, a little extra things here and there. So not really something I'm doing. I have done a lot, but it's still pretty cool. And the new Smash DLC came out, which I haven't even touched. I haven't played as the last two heroes of Banjo-Kazooie or the hero from Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Thank you. I almost said Dragon Age, and I'm like, nope, definitely not Dragon Age. But otherwise, it's been a pretty normal week. Not a lot really interesting happened, in my opinion, so much on the political side either for me to really focus on. There was some interest in some interesting developments in North Carolina, in which the North Carolina legislature ended up basically passing a secret bill when all the Democrats were at a 9/11 memorial. So that was kind of interesting. In which, what does that mean? Was that legal? Is that something that governments can do in the future without fear of anything? So that's something to watch a little more. But even then, I didn't focus enough on it this week to really have much to say other than it's interesting and I think undemocratic. But that's a whole different aside. So Tony, my question for you is, how much of Fire Emblem have you been playing? I know you picked it up. I know you played the Golden Deer, but I'm just curious how much you've actually been playing. Tony, I'll see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.